What's going on, Planet Poke viewers? Welcome back to Platinum version, and we're still here in Canalave City. Last time we actually took down the gym leader Byron, got our 6th gym badge, and then we came over here to the library. We talked to Professor Rowan and Barry and Dawn, and there was that big explosion at the lake, so yeah, we have that to worry about in the upcoming videos, but there's one thing I still have to do here before I leave Canalave. And before you do this, make sure you have an empty slot in your team just like I do, because when you go to Iron Island, you actually have the opportunity to get a Pokemon egg that will eventually hatch into a Riolu. And that's the only way to get Riolu in this game, so if you want to get the awesome Pokemon Lucario, the fighting and steel type, then you better make a trip over to Iron Island with an extra slot in your party. Now, Iron Island is a place you technically have to go to in order to get HM04 Strength, but in the last video, we already got the HM for Strength. If you remember, we stopped over here for a little bit. We got a hidden star piece right on this rock, and there's no one in that house, but the first time you get here, you're gonna talk to Riley right in front of the island. He will give you HM04 Strength, and once you take care of that, you're technically done here. But you can actually go inside the island and do a lot of training, and you can team up with Riley to take down some Team Galactic Grunts and eventually get the Pokemon Egg. Now I'm going to spray some Repel over here. Other than Riolu, the wild Pokemon that you'll find are pretty much the same stuff you saw in the Orberg Mine. You're going to get Onix, Geodude, Zubat, stuff like that. The occasional Steelix really deep in the cave. Now, the right stairs over here is actually the right way to go, so that's easy to remember. The right side's the right way to go, but there's a little bit of extra training to do over here, so you can go ahead and go on the left side over here. You got this one camper and a couple of items. But yeah, your main goal in here is to find Riley, team up with him, then you can do double battles all throughout Iron Island, which is pretty fun. Fight side by side with him and his Lucario, and get a bunch of experience, but for now, my main mission is to get Meditite evolved. It's finally time to get Itachi up to level 37. And hopefully that happens in this video, because it's my only Pokemon that isn't fully evolved. And it's kind of annoying, I have to wait all the way to level 37, but it'll definitely be worth it, because Medicham's gonna be like my strongest offensive Pokemon of all time. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that Apom really isn't a problem for my fighting type, but next up is Floatzel, and actually, I don't really know about my chances against a Floatzel, considering I just got my defense lower 2 stages, and Floatzel actually has really high attack, so I'll switch out for this one to make sure I don't get myself knocked out before I can actually get evolved. And we'll go over to Lueroi, because you can always count on a grass type. I mean, assuming the Floatzel doesn't have Ice Fang or anything, but this one probably doesn't, so yeah, Shell Bell, or not Shell Bell, what am I talking about? My Quick Claw is gonna kick in. Yeah, not the Shell Bell. I guess the Shell Bell has the same little animation before it kicks into effect, but yeah, Razor Leaf's gonna do a great chunk there, and he's gonna use Agility, but hey, if my Quick Claw works again, the Agility won't even matter. But yeah, either way, we'll finish this thing off here with another Razor Leaf, and we gotta take a Crunch. So yeah, that's actually a pretty powerful attack, especially on Floatzel. It's really high attack stat. But anyways, that Razor Leaf's gonna finish it off, and Floatzel's going down, so pretty easy job there, not too tough of a fight. And ooh, look how close that is to level 35. They should just hand it to me, that's close enough. But yeah, take care of that camper, and then you can go and grab an item up here. This one is a Protector, which you can use to help evolve your, Rhydon into a Rhyperior through trade. And I hate how I can't just jump down there, like the item's so close. No, they make me walk all the way around. Apparently I'd break my legs if I jumped from that high up. Yeah, it's scary enough going off the ledges. I mean, well, I don't know, I guess this is like up to my head, so I don't know, 5 to 6 feet or so, and that's not that bad of a jump. I think my guy's just a baby. But anyways, there's a yellow shard you can grab in there, and you might as well take care of those small little things in the room. It's that easy, then it's a dead end, so then you can go over to the right side, on the right side. And yeah, this brings you down to another basement floor, so weave your way down here and grab an item. And it's an escape rope in case you get lost in here, you can use one of those to get out. And the Iron Island is a pretty big place, but it's not as big as it seems. It seems like, in any cave, seems like it's going to be intimidating and huge, but it's pretty easy to keep track of. There's a couple of small rooms, and there's like one main room where you'll pretty much go through the entire thing with, Riley. Yeah, that's his name. Anyways, there's a max repel right there. Let's go ahead and take on this picnicker. Yeah, that's a great place to have a picnic, right in the middle of the freaking cave. She's like, yeah, give me something to light up this boring picnic with. Man, I think you need to be taking your picnics to different places. I think that's your problem. Maybe that's why it's boring. None of your friends want to go to a picnic in the middle of a cave, off on an island somewhere. Are you crazy? But this person right here's got a Raichu, and holy crap, it's got Thunderbolts. Dang, and this camper should be teaching Ash Ketchum a lesson. Show him how to use a Thunderstone, but dang, that thing almost knocked me out, so... That was a close call, but yeah, Raichu, Pikachu... Pretty infamous for having horrible defense, so high jump kick easily knocks it out. And we took down Picnicker Summer. Yeah, you can't enjoy the summer when you're having your picnic in a cave! Anyways, let's use one of these Moo Moo Milks right here. Heal up Itachi from that extremely painful Thunderbolts. Don't know how you lived that shot, but I'm glad you did. Anyways, let's go around here. Pretty much every little path that you can go off to leads to an item, so it's pretty hard to get lost in here. Everything kind of stays connected. But there is a revive. And when you go over here, you're going to see something you usually don't see ever in a Pokemon game, but yeah, usually you just go downstairs. This time you have like a lift that goes down. So that's pretty interesting, and Riley is actually going to be right through this door over here. It's not a door, stairs, but you know what I'm talking about. So this time we're going to go to the right side, which is now the wrong side, and kind of the same concept at the very beginning. We just have a short little room over here, and we got a working class hero who's going to battle us. Yeah, a couple of trainers in here. Worker Noel. But yeah, I'm going to try to cover all the trainers in here and hopefully get every single item, so... Yep, and we got a Magnemite to start things off, so... Perfect for Meditite to take down. My fighting type attacks sure are coming in handy here. But yeah, that's super effective, and slowly but surely my Meditite is growing. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get him fully evolved into a Medicham, because, I mean, you think Meditite's attacks are powerful now. What's scary is, I mean, Meditite actually has kind of... Oh! Hold on now! We're crashing with our high jump kick. That's not good, and now, oh, we're getting sniped by Magnemite. The sniper's literally just pointed right at our brains, but... Yeah, I'm the one that needs to lock onto the target and hit it, but... Yeah, like I was saying, Meditite doesn't really have that high of attack. It's the ability that doubles his attack that makes it high. But Medicham actually has pretty decent attack. I mean, good enough that when it gets doubled, it's just outrageous, so... We'll see a nice jump in power in the next level or so. Anyways, right there's an Elixir, so grab yourself one of those, and... I'm suspicious of this rock over here, but I'm not sure if there's anything on it, so let's go around this way. Man, these guys are such hard workers. Look at how they just walk around in circles like that all day long. But yeah, you're gonna have to use a lot of repels to get through here, unfortunately, but... I mean, if you want to run into Zubats and Geodudes all day, then be my guest, but I'm trying to get through here without dealing with those Pokemon, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and challenge this worker right here. I guess he's not a working class hero like the other guy, but he's got a Steelix on his team. Man, I saw enough Steelix in the Canalave City gym. But the Iron Island is a great, phenomenal spot, actually, to train up for the Canalave City gym, because you get used to taking on Pokemon like Steelix, plus you just get up a lot of levels in general. Steelix is going to use a Rock Polish right there. Alright, that's going to boost up its speed, but watch me still outspeed it anyways. Steelix isn't really the fastest Pokemon in the world, considering it's like 10,000 pounds of steel. Actually, not really that heavy, but still, it's a heavy Pokemon. But yeah, that'll get me up to level 36, and actually, Meditite's going to learn a new level at 36. And that move is Psych Up, unfortunately. Not a great attacking move, but, you know, every once in a while you're gonna have to deal with these random status moves. Basically, if you use it, it copies any stat changes that the opponent has made. So, for instance, if I used it on Steelix, it would have copied that Rock Polish. I would have gotten some speed boosts. So that's how Psych Up works. It can actually be useful if you use it right. But right there's an actual attacking move that does damage. It's TM23 Iron Tail. And my Dazzling Machine says there's something over on this side as well. But Iron Tail's a nice item to get, a pretty powerful Steel-type attack, so yeah, not a bad move to put on your Steel-type Pokemon. Get that same type attack bonus, take out some Rock types or some Ice types or something. But yeah, that's going to do it for this little room over here, so now we can finally get to the main part of the Iron Island, which is this basement floor. And here's Riley. You can tell he's kind of a distinct character. So he's like, I'm glad to see you here. If you don't mind, let's team up. And it's like, Lueroi decided to go with Riley. What? I never made that decision. You guys never even asked me. Maybe this guy's got BO or something and I don't want to deal with him. No, I'm just kidding. Riley's actually a good partner. So you can go ahead and start doing some double battles now with some hikers. Roar! Coming at you! I like how hikers always like to scream and put exclamation marks on every sentence ever. But yeah, it's kind of weird when you have double battles against random trainers. It's like, what if these guys didn't want to team up? Like, the first hiker's like, I'll battle you. The other guy's like, hey, double battle time. It's like, whoa, hold on, hiker Maurice. I'm not your friend. I'm not battling with you. But, yeah, the good news is you get to go alongside this level 41 Lucario, which is pretty big help over here in the Iron Island. And it's really cool because you get to do double battles and you get all the experience points. Like, Lucario does not get up any levels, so Lucario does have to work and you get all the experience points. Pretty nice. So whatever Pokemon you're setting up front, make sure you're ready for them to get up a lot of levels. You know, put up a Pokemon that needs some extra experience if you want, because Lucario will do a lot of the work for you, actually. You can see it's at a really high level, knows some powerful attacks and stuff, so it can help you out a lot. Itachi can kind of hold its own ground too, and a couple of fighting types against a bunch of rock types, like, yeah, I'm gonna have a pretty easy time in here. But yeah, just like I'm saying, whoever you put up front will get a lot of level ups, and this is really nice too when you're just wandering around the cave, because you'll get a lot of double wild battles as well. And the same thing will happen. You'll get all the experience from both the wild Pokemon, even though only one of your Pokemon is actually fighting, so it's pretty nice. And this nose pass is going to go down with the critical hit. My high jump kick is just slaughtering everybody right now. And we're finally up to level 37, which means it's finally time for my Meditite to become a man and evolve into a Medicham. And Lucario's kind of getting screwed right now. Isn't really too much of a help over there paralyzed. But it's not that big of a deal. I can kind of take care of myself with high jump kick. Normally Lucario's a lot faster, but the paralysis lowers its speed a whole bunch, so... yeah, and look how it just has spikes coming out of its hands, like, that's pretty hardcore right there. Anyways, one last Pokemon, which means this is the last Pokemon I'll ever face as a Meditite. Finally, I'll be a Medicham after this, so another high jump kick. And hopefully Lucario can finish the job, because Steelix happens to have a whole lot of defense on its side. And with that Sandstorm, it makes it even more difficult to deal with, but Force Ball will easily take it out, so there we go, we're finally done with that thing, and... yeah, first double battle complete, and there's a whole lot of double battles to do over here in the Iron Island by the time you get to the very end. And of course, once you're finished, you'll get that Riolu egg, and then maybe you'll get a Pokemon as awesome as Riley's Lucario someday. Or, you know, you could be more like me and choose a Meditite on your team for your fighting. And then you can get Medicham, which is pretty much untouchable. Has, in my opinion, the best ability, like I've been saying, in any game. I mean, what's better than double the attacking power? I cannot imagine anything more powerful than that. And I can also now take my Medicham back to the move relearner and get moves like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with that for sure. So, now my whole team is officially fully evolved. Check it out, everyone's at their final stage. And yeah, let's check out Itachi over here. Thanks to that ability, Pure Power, my attack is now essentially 106. So let's compare that to 80 special attack on Zeppi, my Drifblim, 80 attack on Floatzel, 85 attack, and 82. See, yeah, it's definitely my most powerful offensive Pokemon now. And with his help, we will be getting through the rest of Iron Island, so stay tuned for more.